It's crazy because I started going from a couple sales a month to literally a sale every day. And my first month, I literally 5x'd my highest month that I've
Mm.
ever had in my business.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Boutique Bosses, where we come on and basically spotlight some really, really dope e-commerce brands that are doing some amazing things. And we've had the opportunity of working with and helping them take to another level in their business with their marketing. And today's special, we have a special guest on today. Her name is Mimi Orji, and she owns a dope e-commerce brand, luxury e-commerce brand named B.FREEDOM. I'll actually let her explain the brand. I'm sure she can do it better than I can. But I'll just say this, like, I'm really, really excited about the future of this brand. Like, I really see some really, really dope things happening, and I'm excited to be a part of it and watch it grow. So y'all will see why here in just a second. And we're going to get into the good, the bad, the ugly, because we're not going to just talk about the good stuff. Hopefully we can help some of y'all get around some of the potential, pitfalls and struggles that y'all are going through as well. So without any further ado, Mimi, welcome to the show, man. It's good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So first of all, let's just kind of kick it off. Just like kind of tell the people a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get into e-commerce and online business?
Definitely. Well, I launched my business in 2017. But before I launched, I was in corporate America, just got laid off from my job. And I've always loved fashion. I always knew that I wanted to be a designer. So when I got laid off, I was wondering like, oh, should I go back to school and get my MBA, or should I start and just do my business full time? And I decided to go the business route. So ever since then, like, I launched my website. I, created my first couple of pieces on my sewing machine. So it was very like scrappy, like it wasn't perfect. And I launched, and since then it's literally been like history, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. But the good thing is, like, we're growing, we're on the up. So
Exactly. Now that's amazing. And I want y'all to pay attention to what she said too. Like, when she first started, like, she didn't really know what she was doing, right? She just knew that she had a passion for this and she wanted to start. So what did she do? She started. So many people, like, they don't even get to that level, right? They're so terrified by the unknown that they don't even start at all. You know what I mean? So I think it's just so important to just, if you're listening right now and you're thinking about starting an online business or getting into something like that, but you're scared of the unknown, dude, you have to start somewhere, right? Like, just start, and all the steps will start to lay themselves out for you as you go. Well, tell everybody a little bit about B.FREEDOM, like the business itself, like what do you sell, and kind of like what's your audience? Who do you cater to?
So B.FREEDOM is a effortless contemporary brand, more on the luxury side. And when I launched the brand, I knew I didn't want to create a typical brand based off of just like, your same old like clothing company. I wanted there to be meaning behind the brand. And immediately I thought of the name B.FREEDOM because I'm inspired by women that are like living their life wholeheartedly. I create clothing, for that girl that, like I said before, is like free, independent, has her own style, really isn't into mainstream brands, likes to branch out into newer companies, and like something new. I create pieces that are effortless, that are also bold as well. And pieces that can take you from day to night, from season to season. But that's pretty much the gist.
No, that's it. I mean, and I'll tell you, like, I knew right off the bat, like, as soon as I checked out her website the very first time, like, I knew for a fact, I was like, yo, this is something dope. Like, because and what I want you to pay attention, because all y'all are going to have to go check her website out as soon as it's done. And when y'all do, pay attention to the quality of everything that you see. Everything that, when I go to the website, it's all screams quality. Everything from the designs itself to the photography to the video production to the ad copy, everything just screams quality, right? And the prices reflect that as well, right? It's not selling like $20 like shorts and stuff. Like, this is high ticket stuff, and this is great for anyone who's out there thinking like, can I be successful if I'm selling something high ticket?
Exactly.
because you can, but you have to know how to position it correctly. You know what I mean? But with that, I'm sure came some struggles. Like, so what were some of the struggles that you had, like when you were really trying to get this thing off the ground? What were some of the big struggles that you had?
So I would say one of the things that I shouldn't have done when I started was I priced my clothes way too, like I didn't make a profit. I was scared to charge, $300 for a jumpsuit because I, at that time, wasn't seeing that. So I started like everything on my whole line when I started was under $100 and I wasn't making a profit. And I was about a year and a half in, and I was thinking to myself, I want this brand to scale. So let me just charge what I need to charge, like, because I'm worth it. And I believe in myself. And when I did, people kept buying because people believed in the brand. So I would say that was the first thing that I learned from. Another thing was when I first started the brand, I just focused on designing and product and not marketing. And I thought that when I launched my brand, the people would come without doing any marketing. And that didn't happen. Like, it was literally crickets. Like, I would get maybe 1 or 2 sales a month. And then last year I started doing like influencer marketing, and that really helped. And then this year, Facebook ads, and that's like crazy, crazy help. So yeah, that's what I would say.
That's perfect, man. So, and I think that a lot of people watching might have very similar struggles too, like in false beliefs, really, because that's what it is a false belief. Like, you thought, well, if I position my price is too high, no one's going to buy it. That was false, right? You positioned it higher and people kept buying. Because at the end of the day, people will look at the price and they automatically attribute that to quality without even knowing it. Subconsciously, they do. If I see something that's like a amazing looking jumpsuit or whatever, and it's like $15, I'm automatically thinking, what's wrong with it? You know what I mean? Who wore this? Who got murdered in this? Like, why is it so cheap?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's priced accordingly, I know it's probably high quality. This is probably like the real deal, you know? And then the other thing is marketing. You thought you had this amazing brand and this amazing website, but then you launched it and it was crickets. And that's how it is for everyone. Look, you can have the most amazing brand in the world, but if nobody sees it, it doesn't matter, right? You're not going to sell anything. So that's amazing. So, and speaking of Facebook ads, because I know you spoke about influencer marketing helped, and then the Facebook ads kind of took it to a new level. Like, I mean, how has Facebook and Instagram ads helped your business so far?
Yeah, definitely. So last year I started doing Instagram marketing, and it was great. But one thing that I realized, what it would kind of be like spikes in my sales, that it wasn't consistent sales. So this year I was like, one of my goals this year is consistent cash flow and consistent sales. And I was seeing so many things on Facebook, like, scale with Facebook ads, scale with Facebook ads. So I was like, let me try this. At first I tried on my own and that didn't work. And then I hired Vamp, and it's crazy because I started like going from a couple sales a month to literally a sale every day. And my first month, I literally 5x'd my highest month that I've ever had in my business. And I was nervous because of the high price point. I hadn't really seen brands with a high price point on Facebook. But that didn't matter. People were just still buying. So Facebook ads really just changed the game for me.
That's amazing. That's so cool. Yeah. Well, more specifically, what were some of the things that you were doing before working with Vamp Live Marketing? What were some of the things that you were doing with your ads? Like, what wasn't working? Because I want some people to really walk away from this with some real notes,
Yeah, I think one of the things that wasn't working, or probably the thing that wasn't working, was whenever it came to audience, I was way too narrow. Because whenever I created my brand, everyone says, who's your avatar? So I based my interest off of that. And I was like, they need to be in the top 5% of zip codes. They need to like these stores. They need to do this, 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 and this. And it was super specific. And then I wouldn't get any sales. But I realized that was because I really you really don't know who your audience is. So you should start broad and then, iterate from there. So yeah. And then also I wasn't testing anything. I just was like, this is an awesome photo. Let me just do this.
That's a big gem. And I hope y'all really caught that, because this is the biggest thing that I will say. Like, a lot of people, when it comes to, creating your avatar and who's my target audience, and like everybody, they kind of like think they know who their audience is, but they really, in all aspect, like honestly don't know anything. They don't know you don't know who your buyer is until you start running ads and testing things. And then let the data tell you who your audience is. And that's what's so dope about Facebook ads and the back end inside the ads manager. The analytics will literally tell you everything you need to know. It just comes down to your ability of being able to read it. If you know how to read what that language is trying to tell you, you will find out without a shadow of a doubt who your audience is, what age ranges, what states, what pictures are working, what images are working. And then you can start scaling from there. And that's the approach that you should take. Like, going at this and just kind of throwing shit against the wall, like, that's just a great way to lose money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's really, really dope. So you're able to 5X your sales after working with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
I think it's actually more than 5X, like 5.5 or something.
And another thing to point out too is you didn't really change your website, right? Not a whole lot was changing, right? Like, that's what y'all need to understand, is that, she had the website already up. She was on Shopify, which we highly recommend Shopify. She was on Shopify. That didn't change. She was using Facebook ads. That didn't change either. The only real thing that she changed was her strategy. As soon as she changed her strategy, she over 5X'd her business. So remember, guys, it's not necessarily about time. It's not necessarily about, all this other stuff. It's about what is your strategy? What strategy are you using? What's the biggest, I guess, piece of advice that you could give to someone who's looking to get into ads and running their ads?
Like, whenever you're in business, there's things that you're good at and things that you're not good at. I thought that I was like, really good. I could learn Facebook ads through YouTube. I could just like figure it out myself. But if you're thinking about how, like, what's the number one way to invest in your business, it's to hire someone to, handle. For me, was Facebook ads, or, for you, it could be, I don't know, social media or accounting or whatever. But I would say invest, outsource what you're not good at, because you could spend a lot of time just losing money. So yeah, that's what I would say.
100%. Because what you're doing is you're investing and you're learning all the things that they already learned. Like, you're basically putting yourself into a time machine. You're like looking, okay, what are all the things that you've already spent millions of dollars testing? Just show me that, so I don't have to spend that much money testing it. 10, 15, 20 years that you've spent analyzing and figuring all this stuff out, just show me in a couple hours, so I don't have to spend 15 years doing it, right? And it just accelerates your progress so fast, Yeah,
because even before I hired you guys, I spent like, I think it was like 1,000, and I got like one sale. And then when I hired you guys, that I spent another 1,000, and I got like 15 sales.
Boom.
And I made my money back hiring you guys, like, in the first couple of days. Don't go on YouTube, just hire someone to do that.
I agree. One of my first mentors told me this, and I'll never forget it. And I want to share this with y'all too. So he told me, like, listen, he's like, bro, if you want to scale your business, never, ever, ever spend time trying to save money. Always spend your money to save time. Because the thing is, you can get the money back. But if you spend all that time trying to save money, you don't get that time back. It's gone forever. You know what I mean? So but you have to do your due diligence and make sure that you're hiring the right people, because not everybody out there is good. Not everybody out there is honest. Not everybody out there is legit. So definitely do your research and all that good stuff before you invest with anybody, right? That's dope, man. So what's next for B.FREEDOM, man? Like, what can we expect to see, like, in the future, man? Well, what's the future plans?
So I guess in the future, like this year, it's just cash flow, quitting my day job, so I can really grow and scale B.FREEDOM.
That's coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming soon. And that's really it for the near future. So
Awesome. Well, where can they find you? Like, what's your website? What's your IG? I want everybody to definitely check you out.
Yeah. So my IG is Shop B.FREEDOM. And then my website is shopbfreedom.com.
Awesome. Awesome. Y'all are going to be blown away when y'all go to this website. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. And y'all, by the way, go buy something too, right? Go support. So Mimi, thank you so much for hopping on with us, man. We really appreciate you. And we're excited to watch your business grow 10X, 20X, 100X after this video.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, this has been another episode of Boutique Bosses. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment below if you got any gems from this. If you got any questions, obviously we replied to everybody. Y'all keep doing your thing, man. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.